And I'll start the recorder here. It's Friday, the 31st of August, 2018. We have lost yet another month. It's my wife's birthday today. Special day. Never can forget birthdays or anniversaries. And they're off. Let's give it a couple of minutes here. We got a buy signal in the NASDAQ right off the bat. On a 6, not on a 10. Mute this telephone. So, E-money Russell. Russell kind of looks like it's doing a zigzag lower, but we're flattening out on that trend line. Moving up a little bit on the Dow. And we'll see how this S&P does. VJ, if you get over kind of this level of 28.98, it can go a little higher, but the problem I've got is that the overhead resistance, until you get over 28.99 half, you've still got some overhead resistance. But again, it's from overnight hours. How much credence we're going to put into that is to be determined. With the S&P, I don't know. Now, NASDAQ, yep, we do get buy signals after we've gone through. And nice rally right out of the box. Possibly, where's it going to go? I'd say it goes up to this peach line around 76.53. The momentum indicators are saying that that's a possibility. Right out of the bat, a lot of the times the markets will move and then not get a whole lot of follow through, get people going in the wrong direction, basically wrong foot them. And VJ here, it looks like you're headed towards this 28.99, but you've got, let's see. Oh no, I didn't mean to grab that one. Come on. You know what I meant. This level right in here is going to be important. Looks like it's headed towards it. Can it touch it? And looks like we're getting towards the primary pivot on the NASDAQ. In bull markets, when we open lower, we rally. When we open higher, we tend to pull back. There goes the S&P. We had a buy signal here at 28.99. But, yeah, they sure do, Bob. They're trying to suck people in long or short and then get them both sides. Was it you that said you only... Good morning, RJ. Bob, was that you that said you didn't trade in the first 15 minutes? I think 5 minutes would be normally sufficient, but after that, it may take another 5 or 10 minutes to get a setup. But sometimes we run right out of the box, kind of like what we did here. We're already at target 1.5, approaching target 2 on the NASDAQ. This little dot right here. It still has pretty good momentum. I think the NASDAQ is running towards that peach line up here. The overnight highs, but maybe it's not. Dow's in chop, not even following the S&P. Russell's in chop. Gosh only knows what it's following. Yeah, that's probably pretty smart, Bob. Russell's pulling back a little bit. NASDAQ kind of resting right where it's a very high wave doji, trying to figure out what it wants to do. I think it pulls back, but the momentums are both pointing upwards, so I'm getting conflicting views of the world. If we pull back below 76.53, we'll pull back quite a bit. Here comes back the S&P, NASDAQ a little bit. Oh, let's go ahead and leave that there. Still kind of chopping the Dow and the Russell. The Russell over about 1732-ish might have some room. We'll see. Doing kind of a J-hook. There we go. And there's the buy signal that I was looking for, but it appeared a bit late. I'm a little concerned about the stuff off to the left, though. But it does have good momentum indicators. And we're about 7 minutes in. Just hit target 1. Can it go up to target 3 in Russell? I think so. If I'd have seen it, I might have jumped in. And NASDAQ it rejected the lower prices. It is following the momentum. Just have to give it enough room. We're getting kind of a continuation pattern forming here on the S&P. Need for that to complete and then to get some follow through to the upside. Russell's in rally mode. The Dow is in snoozeville. What I'm going to do is, since it's in snooze, I'm going to go to a faster set of conditions here, and we're consolidating here. Russell's just trying to grind. I've got it on a four tick bar, and there's the breakout in the S&P. That should be nice. So we're getting the same in the NASDAQ. Are we going to get some short covering rally here? They're going to dip on the other side. Going to get people long and rip their lips off? We don't know. We'll wait and see. We just hit target 3 in the NASDAQ. Normally that means that it's extended enough that you watch for a potential pullback. Russell only got up to target 2. NASDAQ still going. Momentums are both still pointing up. Right here. Still looking good for your S&P there, VJ. Looks like a continuation pattern to me. Let's get rid of that. So let's see what we do on this next candle. Russell looks like it's trying to pull back. Dow finally getting a little bit of mojo, but we're talking, the operative word is little. The next level that it would go to would be 982, where this level is right here at 983-ish. That's if it could get any mojo at all. Here comes the pullback in the NASDAQ. Here comes the pullback in your S&P. Let's see if it actually closes the candle needs to close lower before it does that. The volatility stop in the S&P is right up here at 28.98. Volatility stop in the Nasdaq's up at 70, what, 76.58, 75? Call it 59. Russell's still going. Momentums are both pointing upwards. Just came through the zero line on the counterpoints. I think we hit 1733. Yeah, got within. We got within one tick of it. Maybe even touched it. Got a continuation pattern in the NASDAQ. Right there. And would love to see that. This candle right here in the S&P is going to be critical for determining whether we break out or kind of negate that continuation pattern. Same in the NASDAQ. Dow's pulling back, really kind of going nowhere. Russell just hit target 3, it looks like, or pretty close. 1733.2. What happened to my data box? Oh. Must have killed it somehow. Yep, 33.2. And we hit, there's 33.1. We hit 33.2, so we hit, there it is. There's target. Would like to see a zigzag here. The momentums are still conducive to more run. Primary pivots up here at basically 1735, which kind of matches with a swing level. Dow's just consolidating here. The Friday before 3-day weekend is normally bullish. I say the word normally. And that reminds me of the movie Young Frankenstein and Abby Normal. Marty Feldman went and grabbed a brain from Abby. Dow can't break out. Russell's still going. If we put it on a 6, let's see what it looks like. Yeah, the 6 still has its targets higher. You know, also being a Friday before a 3-day weekend, Labor Day, the volumes and whatever can be very, very light, especially after 12. If you have any inclination of trading afternoon today, I would suggest that you wipe that from your brain. Yeah, it was, Bob. The the volumes and everything will be so light you might regret it trading in the afternoon. Dow's attempting to break out now, finally. The risk is 37 ticks on that one. Oh, actually, for me, it's probably less than half that, probably only 20 something. They're showing the stop down here, the black dots. The stop should probably be down here, up here at 50s. And there she goes. There goes the S&P, VJ. And we're trying to do a J hook in the... Whoops. I'm going to go to 4. And you go to a 6 on this one. And we're coming up on a level on the NASDAQ again. We're looking pretty positive today. I just took off one. I had 2 short contracts for, so sorry, 2 puts in this Citigroup. I sold one. I think I'll hold on to the other one. Okay, the NASDAQ's just kind of hovering around above that 76.63 level. Dow's pretty, it's got some energy now. The S&P got a spurt and then it's pulling back. NASDAQ, I've got to pull that back down so we can see it. Now let's do this. Pull it down that way. Okay. And the Russell. Yeah, that NASDAQ signal occurred 30 seconds into the trading day. It would have been very difficult to take that. Maybe the breakout over 76.53 half. But that would have been difficult to do as well because of the stop and the fact that it had already run a bit. So we got another buy signal over there in the NASDAQ on the 6. Interesting. Our squeeze is okay. The Momentum oscillators a little extended. The 10 doesn't look so great. Yeah. Dow's making its move. It hit 983, looking for 26,000 again. Maybe. There goes the S&P for some more highs. Russell's up at the primary pivot, and where I would consider a good place to be thinking about taking profits if anybody's long the Russell. The Dow's having trouble with this 985 level. And that long in the Nasdaq's not working really. Slope here on the trend lines and stuff was the signal line here, just too flat. See how this is kind of moving over, and we're decreasing in the slope of the momentum oscillator. Time for a little pullback after what, 20 minutes or so into the markets. Okay, question time. JD, could you repeat your question? I'm not sure what you mean about the TOS horizontal line. Do you have a picture for me or anything like that? And what are you looking at as far as, are you looking at a range chart? Oh, the time frame choices below the symbol. Yeah, it looks like the Russell's going higher now. You talk about these right here. These are tabs. I basically put those. I put those on myself. And what you do is you go over here to the sprocket, the configure button. And then you basically add using the selector button. I'm not going to deselect one for me, but there's an add button, and until you get up to 6, the button then grays out. And what you do is you load up one of your time frames that you have saved under style. So if you've got any kind of styles up there, be it like there's my 2-year weekly. Let me do this. Let me delete that button. Okay, and what I would do is I'd left click on the add button, go to style, oh not study, style, let's go here, let's go add that 2-year weekly back in, and it's on the chart down again. And then I hit done, and it's there. And all I have to do is just punch on the button. It takes it to a. Now, when you save the style, make sure you save also the style, save style. You include the patterns and study set with whatever you do. Okay, you've got to do that so that when you put it up here on the chart, I click it and there's a 2-year weekly. Put here, there's a 3-week monthly, or here change to 15. So any chart setups I've got would automatically be there. All right. You're welcome, sir. I'm full of useless information. Guess I can put that back on normal. Russell's a bit relentless today. Let's look at this puppy here. We've got a, let's take our drawing tools, take an arrow. Let's take it from there. Let's take it to green. Let's expand that to a 3. And if I actually take this and take it from the breakout level, and let's see, even if we take it to here, wow, it did a measured move. You might, but let me, just in case you don't get one, it would just basically remind you of to go over and check. All right, let's go to member login. Well, let's take it back to the stop. Take it back, take it back, take it back. Hidden run candlesticks. Okay, member login. And you can put your detailed information in. Hey, RJ! Yay! Okay, and then go over here to the member page. And it will show you the Top Gun Futures. It'll be September, and the password will be here. All right. Russell's finally pulling back after doing that measured move. I was wondering what that ding, ding, ding was all about. Dow's not pulling back very much. The Russell did a nice pullback. The NASDAQ pulled back to the breakout level. Yeah, just check the best way, Bob, or any of the members, is just to log into your login for the members, and then go over to the Top Gun Futures area, and then pick up your password. It'll be effective tomorrow morning. Nope, they're all separate. And what you'll see is once you log in, if you only have Top Gun Futures, you'll only see the TGF logo. If you're in all three, you'll see all three like I had mine. Or just the ones that you're a member of. No problem. And make sure you've got the email handy there, just in case you need something. I'll be checking it on Monday, obviously. We're getting a continuation pattern, VJ, in the S&P. Another one. The other one back over here, around what, 9:35 or so. It actually worked out. And we're up at target 2. Come on, move. Target 3's all the way up here around 2,902. That would pretty much match. Yep, that would pretty close to matching that swing high. We're just grinding higher, folks. Not too bad. We didn't get into the NASDAQ or the Russell trade. Yeah, even the Dow trade would have worked. 75 with 20 ticks there. Nothing to sneeze at, but it's not a home run. That Russell turned out to be a decent trade. Kind of doubled its expected return. Russell may be trying to break out again. Nasdaq going back up to the highs. There's a breakout in the Nasdaq, breakout in the Dow, breakout in the S&P, breakout in the Russell maybe. Yeah. That was a big move. That probably triggered a bunch of stops. Remember, right over here, this was probably a stop level, people who were shorting it. Let's look at a 10-minute chart or even a 5. And let's look at a 10. See this level right here are about 29.04. We actually got a trigger probably right in here with the overnight lows where that peach colored line is. We're up at the rebound highs from Thursday, so we're going to probably run into little sellers here. We still have a long ways to go to recoup all the losses. Gotcha. That's the conundrum. Especially if you're trading less, one contract, one single contract. When you get to major resistance points and have a decent profit, it's kind of hard not to take the profit and let it pull back in your face and give up a whole bunch of profit, or worse yet, turn a profitable trade into a loser. That's why I attempt to try to trade 2 contracts if I possibly can. I dread looking at at what damage has been done to our profit tables this week. Probably giving back everything for the rest of the month. Dow's punching up against that primary pivot. At least I believe it's the primary pivot. Right. I totally feel it there, VJ. Yeah, that is a primary pivot. The only thing that would give me some sort of encouragement to stay long would be the momentum indicators here, both pointing upwards and in early stages of pointing upwards. They're not even late stages. They're not far extended like, oh, which one? I mean, let's even look at the Dow. See, up here, these are kind of late stage entries, or sorry, late stage of the move. Whereas it appears to be, again, that's a 10-minute chart. Sorry, let me go back down to a 3. Okay, now I understand. Okay, yeah, your late stages in the 3-minute chart. Okay, and we got up to a major swing level. That would, I can't fault taking profits there at all. Not at all. Especially with the markets that we've had, we go up and then get very little follow through. Yeah. Okay, David. Good luck. Is your volatility shop anywhere near this 2903 level? Or you got it at a different level? I mean, a lot of it depends on what you're playing, whether you're playing tick charts or minute charts. Hey, Rick. Did you get lost? Uh, 26.6 is nothing to sneeze at, Bob. Russell's now got into consolidation mode. The Nasdaq's still moving a little higher. The Dow trying to punch up above that primary pivot. Look at that S&P still going. Way to go, VJ. it will run out of steam at some point. One of the things that you can do. Okay, thanks, Rick. I posted the sign up page a minute ago. I'll do it again. Okay. And Rick, if I don't get to talk to you, you have a great weekend. We'll be here probably on Sunday night and a little bit on Monday. The futures markets are open for holiday schedule. I don't think we're probably going to get a lot of movement unless we have some news. Last night was somewhat. Okay, great, David. I think that's good idea. What time frame are you using, sir, on the S&P? Looks like the Russell's getting a little weak here. Oh, a 10-minute chart. Let me put it on a 10-minute if that's what you're trading, so we can watch it. I'm using. Oh, that Nasdaq's relentless. Oh, yeah, feed some more data to this puppy. Wrong one. 10-minute chart, not 10 Renko. Yep, it's trying to recover. See, I got up to the first peach line here and then pulled back, got back up to 29.07. Again, matched a swing level over here to the left and pulled back a little bit. Don't know whether it's going to continue or. I'm showing the vol stop way down here at 29.02, basically. 0175. Russell just kind of tailing off. Nasdaq got pretty close to R1. 2903. Okay, that makes sense. Put the unmute here so you don't have to listen to the doggies. Muffin. Lilo. No. Sit down. Lilo. Come sit down. Be quiet. It's somebody delivered a package. Good boy. Good girl. Good girl. Here you go. Good girl. Looks like the ES wants to go back up there and retest that spike high. Yeah, especially when you get those big wicks at the top. Really, really kind of difficult. But then the momentum bars were still early in the game. They don't get. Let's see, I'm going to take it to a 5 minute and show you what I'm looking at on that. See it now starting to get a little more on the extended side on the 5 minute, but still. And we're starting to get a either a topping or continuation move there. But yeah, well done. I'll second what you did okay too, VJ. Got to start somewhere. Oh, and VJ, I have a question for you when you get an opportunity. Why is it you want to trade the ES versus any of the other instruments out there? Especially since you've got a small account. The reason I mentioned that is that the S&P has the most black boxes out there, the most institutions pushing it, and has $12.50 a tick. The others are $5 a tick with the volatility on the S&P. The volatility on the Dow is far less, and it's a little more controlled. Yeah, I would say the YM is not a bad, you know, and it doesn't move. See, but $5 on the Nasdaq, but it moves, which can be good and bad. That old headline rate can suck people in. Looked like that short setting up on the Russell. I agree with that, RJ.
Order filled.
They have to take some heat if it bounces here in the Russell. Probably should not have entered there. There we go with the Russell. It's gonna sneak over the end line there. Let's see if it follows through to the downside. Got momentums both pointing to the downside. Nasdaq's pulling back a little bit. Getting our reaction that we were expecting in the Russell. I don't see any support levels till I get down here to maybe 31.2. All this would be is a reaction off of the prior swing level. And oh, you bugger, you got within one or two ticks of my got to 1732 and then bounced. Lowered the stop to the volatility stop. It's starting to look a little disconcerting. love for it to get back down there and touch my target one. Thought I'd moved it up enough, but it really only went down to 1732. I don't see anything over to the left that would have acted as any support, really. Not till we got down to 31. So see how I can do to stay here with it. Again, we've been iffy on follow-throughs this week. $17.32 is 0.5 what of the Fibonacci from the bottom. There's some people probably play fibs. Oh yeah, the volume's got to be very light, especially after 12 o'clock. Yeah, I'm still playing the momentums are pointing lower, so. Getting very little motion at all. Very little movement right now. All right. There's 32.2. I'm actually seeing a spread of 2 ticks here on the Super Dom. This is weird. No, it's not. I had it in the freeze mode. Come on, I got to 31.9.
Target filled.
Okay, we got first target. Now let's see if we can just trail this puppy out. Alright, we can lower the stop again. 33.9, so I'm risking 10 ticks. Let's see what happens when it gets to 31.1. It's the top of the 5-minute opening range. 0.618. Thanks, Dave. I'm just playing that the momentums are pointing lower. Let's squeeze these up a little bit. See how they've got plenty of room to go down. Plenty of room. You know what? I'm going to take it till I've got basically a free trade. I'm a little on the other side of my break even now. I'm going to move it to break even +1, 2. If it comes back up there, I don't want to be in. So let's see if I can trail it, give it some room. It's probably going to bounce right here at 31.1. 5 minutes is OS. Opening range. Coming right to the opening range is 31.1. That's where we kind of did this thing over here to the left. Oversold. Right. Yeah. Stay oversold longer than we could stay solvent, you know. And here comes that bounce. Now's the decision time whether I say, do I believe the oscillators, are they going to take me out first? Do I take what I've got? I'm going to let it ride a little bit here. I have a free trade, so I am way inside the volatility stop, which is way up here, which I'm not about to give it to that. So, you know, are we going to go down before we go back up? I would hope so, and if we don't, you know, so be it. Now I just try to trail it out if I can. We are kind of bouncing off 31.1. We're not getting over 32 at the moment. Old resistance becomes, old support becomes resistance. Was 32 a support level? It's acting too much. It just cannot get down below it. Momentums are still pointing lower though, but they could take up to 32.7 and take me out before it goes lower again. I don't know. It got really right on top of that 5 minute opening range, is reacting to it. And it's had a pretty good, healthy run. We had a run from 36.2 to about 33.8. So let's call it 36 to 33.5. And then from 34.5 down to where we had at 32. That's about a measured move. This is the candle that makes or breaks me here. And probably, I don't know. I was going to say probably going to get stopped out, but it's flipping around all over the place. I got two tick spreads here. This is not normal for a regular trading day. This is almost trading like it's nighttime.
Stop filled.
All right, we made just under $100 on that one, so we just didn't. I tried to make it go all the way down. Didn't take the profit that we had there. Just it is. Yeah, it sure is, John. And also, I say that's what keeps you solvent, because watch what we're going to do here. The volatility stop dropped all the way down to 33.4. I'll watch this one to see whether I actually moved it to the break-even stop too quickly or not. Now the thing is, I only think I got about 12 ticks on the first one. Yeah, then the volatility stop got taken out, so we made the right choice about dropping it out. They left it with the junior employees, and you know what they say when you hand them the keys? Don't screw it up, Junior. I'll see you on Tuesday. LOL. Another thing, let me show you here. Let's go to the, there's a 5-minute opening range and we hit it on the 4 Unirinco instead of the 6. And it just kind of zigzagged, and right in here the momentum indicators started to get a little stronger to the upside, less weak to the downside. And that was the first clue that we were probably not going to make it. Yeah, well, right. But then you could be held accountable if there's something that goes wrong, right? What happened there? Okay, that's what happened there. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Well, it's 10:45. I've had about as much fun. I'm going to leave the charts up, but I'm done for the day. I have to call my daughter in England. She's trying to close on a house, so there could be something that's important that I need to deal with. I may be back in a few minutes, but I'm done trading for the day, for the week. You guys have a great weekend. I might be here on Sunday, might be here on Monday, but we're not going to officially open until Tuesday morning, 9:15 for the members. Again, last call for alcohol. You can sign up. Today's the last day to get the deep discount. All right, take care.